Egg recipe curry. Check out these 4 recipes. Number 1. Punjabi egg curry. Ingredients: 6 eggs, hard-boiled and peeled, 2 tablespoons of ghee, 1 onion diced, 1 bay leaf, 1 serrano pepper, more if you like it spicy, minced, 1-inch knob ginger, minced, 3 cloves of garlic, minced. Spices: 2 teaspoons of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of garam masala, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of red chili powder or cayenne to taste, 4 medium tomatoes chopped, half a cup of water. Directions: heat ghee in a pan over medium heat and add onion, bay leaf, and serrano pepper. When onion browns, add ginger and garlic. Stir fry for a minute. Then add the spices, stir, add the tomatoes, and simmer for 5 to 6 minutes. Add half a cup of water, cover the pan, and cook until the tomatoes break down, 5 to 10 minutes. Add the eggs and stir so they can get some color. You can always sprinkle a little turmeric or paprika to add more color to the eggs. Number 2. Easy egg curry. Ingredients: 4 large Pete & Jerry's organic eggs, 1 tablespoon of butter or vegetable oil, 1 white onion minced, 4 cloves of garlic minced, 1 tablespoon of ginger minced, 4 tablespoons of curry powder or 3 tablespoons for a less spicy dish, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, half a teaspoon of ground black pepper, 1 can of 14 ounces or 400 grams of tomatoes diced, 1 can, 14 ounces or 400 grams of full-fat unsweetened coconut milk, half a cup of chicken stock or vegetable stock, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce or tamari sauce for gluten-free, salt to taste, and chopped cilantro leaves for garnish. Optional. Directions: boil the egg. To boil the eggs, heat a pot of water, enough to cover all of the eggs, but not including the eggs over high heat into boiling. Turn to low heat. Carefully place the eggs into the pot using a ladle to prevent the shells from cracking. Boil for 6 minutes for runny yolks, 8 minutes for medium soft boiled, or 10 minutes for hard-boiled eggs. While cooking the eggs, prepare an ice bath by combining ice and tap water into a big bowl. Once the eggs are cooked, immediately transfer them to the ice bath to cool for 2 to 3 minutes. If you don't have ice on hand, simply run cool tap water over the eggs for a couple of minutes until they cool down. If you plan to serve the curry as soon as the sauce is done, peel the eggs and set them aside. If you're making the curry ahead and serving it later, store the eggs in the fridge for up to 4 days and peel them when you're ready to serve. Number 3. South Indian style egg curry. Prep time 10 minutes. Cook time 30 minutes. Yield 5 servings. Ingredients: 5 hard-boiled eggs peeled, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds, 1 cinnamon, small stick, 3 pods of cardamom, 5 peppercorns, lightly smashed, 2 to 3 green chilies, slit lengthwise, 1 teaspoon of finely chopped ginger or ginger paste, 7 garlic cloves, smashed and roughly chopped, or garlic paste, 2 medium-sized onions, finely chopped, 3 large tomatoes, finely chopped, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of chili powder red, 1/4 cup of tamarind water, see Note 2, 1 cup of thin coconut milk, see Note 3, half a cup of thick coconut milk, 8 to 10 curry leaves, salt to taste. Directions: in a large pan, heat the coconut oil and add mustard seeds, cinnamon, cardamom, peppercorns, and green chilies. Once everything starts spluttering, add ginger, garlic, and onions. Cook until the onions turn soft and translucent and add tomatoes, turmeric powder, coriander powder, chili powder, and salt. Let the tomatoes cook until they are pulpy and add the tamarind water and thin coconut milk. Stir and bring this to a boil. Simmer until the gravy reduces slightly and becomes thicker. This will take about 5 minutes. At this point, add some water if you need to adjust the consistency. Adjust seasoning, add curry leaves, and pour in the thick coconut milk. Stir a few times without letting it come to a boil and switch off the flame. Drop the eggs in the curry and cover and let it sit for 5 minutes before serving. Notes: to hard-boil eggs perfectly, add eggs to a pot and fill it with water until it covers the eggs. Bring it to a boil and switch off the flame. Cover and let it sit for 12 minutes. Transfer to a vessel and place it in cold water for perfectly hard-boiled eggs. To make tamarind water, add a small, bite-sized ball of tamarind to warm water and let it sit for 10 minutes. Mash with your hands and use the paste water in the curry. Most packaged coconut milk is first pressing or thick coconut milk. To make thin coconut milk from it, add half water and half coconut milk for 1 cup of thin coconut milk. Number 4. Simple egg curry. Ingredients: a 1/4 cup of neutral oil, such as grapeseed or canola, 2 medium yellow onions chopped, 6 garlic cloves finely chopped, 1 or a 2-inch piece of fresh ginger, peeled and finely chopped, about 2 tablespoons, 2 small cinnamon sticks, 6 green cardamom pods, 1 teaspoon of ground coriander, half a teaspoon of ground turmeric, half a teaspoon of whole black peppercorns, 6 Roma tomatoes finely chopped, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, half a teaspoon of garam masala, 6 to 8 hard-boiled eggs peeled, a handful of small, tender, fresh cilantro stems. Directions: in a large, heavy skillet, heat the oil over medium. Add the onions and cook, stirring occasionally, until evenly caramelized and light brown for 25 to 30 minutes. Stir in the garlic and ginger and fry, stirring occasionally, another 4 minutes. Add the cinnamon and cardamom. When the spices start to toast, about 2 minutes, stir in the coriander, turmeric, and peppercorns. Add the tomatoes, salt, and 1 cup of water. Cook, stirring occasionally, until the mixture thickens and the fat rises to the top, about 15 minutes. Stir in the garam masala and lower the heat. If the sauce isn't runny, stir in half a cup of water. Add all but 2 of the eggs and stir gently. Half the remaining eggs lengthwise and arrange on top, yolk side up. Heat until the eggs are warm through, then top with cilantro.